I brought the elves back from vacation, chained them up, and called my holiday friends.
Kwanzaa
And the Hanukkah zombie. 3 mad wise men bearing murder and frankincense.
Damn you!
Shut up! Now fetch those bunnies by the armful. Says me. Napalm makes them slightly more harmful. No one here goes near that door. This toy shop's going to war.
Hello, everybody. It's Gus from Askewed Reviews. And because it's Saturday, I'm here with another episode of Cinema Society Saturday. Now, if you don't know what that is, that's where a bunch of us who absolutely love horror movies decided to make a collective where each and every week we are randomly given a theme. We then partner up, give our partner a movie that fits within the theme, and then we review those films for all of you. Now, if you didn't guess from my intro, the theme for this week is holiday horror, or as I'm calling it, Christmas Kwanzaa horror. Now, honestly, that's just a fun word that gets blended together and is fun to say, like turducken. But in all actuality, these are movies that are based on any of the holidays celebrated in December. Some of the major ones, or even New Year's or Festivus, whatever you decide to celebrate, movies all about that. Now, for this week, I actually ended up being lucky enough to get 2 partners. And my first one is one of our newest members. Oh, I found a weird show. And this is actually a very interesting collective of 3 people, Laura, Beans, and Lauren, that do a podcast mainly about TV shows, but they are now also a part of Cinema Society Saturday, so they're doing it about horror movies as well. So if you're not already following them, definitely go and do so. Let's see if we can show them some love here and get them up to 2,000 followers as quickly as possible. Now, for this week's theme, my partner gave me Secret Santa, a 2018 film directed and co-written by Adam Marcus. So this is actually a fun holiday horror comedy that I'd never actually seen before and didn't really know anything about. So the story for this one is that we have a group of family members that are getting together for their annual Christmas party. One of our main characters, April, is finally bringing her boyfriend Ty to meet the rest of the family. Now this year, April is really hoping that things go well, mainly due to the fact that they never actually do. There's a lot of highly dysfunctional people in this family. Now, Sherry, the matriarch of the family, runs a very tight ship and has even brought in caterers to make the dinner for tonight. Now, along with them and the family members, there also are a couple of uninvited guests that show up as well. But everyone attempts to keep things civil. Now, of course, this is a horror movie, so that doesn't last, as everyone at the party really starts to get into much more heated arguments and eventually some physical altercations. Now, arguments are one of their family traditions, along with a Secret Santa gift exchange, and of course, a dinner that they all try to enjoy together. But this year, the arguments seem to get to a point where family members are literally at each other's throats. So is this the family finally just getting to their breaking point, or is something else causing this issue? So I will say this, when I first started the film, I definitely was a bit wary. On one side, I liked the concept. You have a bunch of people getting together for a dinner party that had that murder mystery feel, but then on the other side, the more technical side of things, and I think this did go away pretty soon into it, but there was a lot of shaky camera issues where the cameraman, I don't know if they were just really cold or whatnot, but it was just moving and shaking, and that became really distracting. But it did seem to go away, or at least I got interested enough that I forgot about it. Another thing that I just found really interesting about this movie is that one of the actors in it is comedian Drew Lynch, which I didn't know he actually got into acting. Now, it is interesting to see him in this because I think this was when his stutter was a lot more prominent, but honestly, he became one of my favorite characters in this. In fact, even though I feel like quite a few of the actors and actresses in this film aren't all that well known, I really enjoyed all of the characters in this. They were fun and interesting and quirky and just really entertaining. So I absolutely recommend checking out Secret Santa, especially if you haven't done so before. At least for me on my scale, I'm going to give this film a 3 out of 5. And if you want to check it out for yourselves, it's currently streaming on quite a few options, and you can see those up here. And once more, I'm going to mention my partners for this week. Oh, I found a weird show. Definitely go and start following them if you're not already doing so. Another good reason to check out their content is so you can see the movie that I gave them to review for this week. And that was the 1983 film Bloodbeat. So if you've seen Secret Santa, please let me know what you thought about it in the comments. And if you'd like to see what everyone else did for their reviews on their holiday horror films, just look up the hashtag Cinema Society Saturday.